What's up, everybody? Welcome to NIBScast episode 40.
Ooh. Wow.
I'm one of your hosts, Aaron Lamping, joined as always by Nikki13.
Are we middle-aged now?
Yeah.
I mean, I am, because I'm so old.
80s kid.
Yeah.
We had a conversation. I was out at lunch with my family today, and my cousin Gideon, or no, who was it? Somebody said my cousin Gideon chimed in. He's all like, if you're like 40, you're middle-aged. And then we looked at my grandma, who's just turned 60. 62, I believe. Somewhere in there. She's in her 60s, and she goes, well, what does that make me? And he goes, ancient. Special guest, Dylan Schmidt.
Hey.
And filling in the fourth chair.
Josh Hancock.
I thought the fourth chair was the special guest.
Not anymore. Well, the fourth chair is always rotating.
Did he play too many wrong notes when he challenged Dylan?
He did.
Did he get bumped down?
You didn't drop the beat hard enough.
I just never showed up to those.
I showed up to one, got up to third chair. This is when I still played alto sax, so we had way too fucking many of them.
I was second chair.
I got all the way up to third chair, challenged first chair, tied, but because I had challenged first chair, was sent to last chair.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of time. Fucking horseshit.
Get wrecked.
Also, I didn't mean to challenge first chair. Fucking the dude that was in second chair decided that, like, his family came to get him. So Mr. Pierce was like, well, you can just challenge first chair. No, challenge first chair.
Nick got wrecked.
Ours was fun because nobody else wanted to do it. So we spent like 2 hours just practicing, and he waited for the percussion at the end of the night, and that just turned into an hour-and-a-half bloodbath.
Only one man exited.
It was me. I was first chair. Because that matters for percussion. But damn it, I was. Some girl tried challenging me on the bells back when I could play bells. Took her ass down. And then some kid tried challenging me on this piece that had like a bunch of offbeat shit. But the next song below it was the exact same song with it all on beat. So I just read that one. Alright, so enough band news. Jump right into some.
I don't know that was new.
Video games.
Yeah, that's more of a
the highlights.
History lesson.
The highlights.
Highlights of what we were doing in high school.
So, NX, Nintendo's been talking about that. Or they really haven't been talking about that, but patents have been popping up, and it's believed more and more that it's going to be the handheld on the go, and then you plug it in.
It's going to be Nintendo's Vita.
However, Nintendo has said that
probably work.
according to Scott Moffat, the executive vice president of sales and marketing, said, quote, Nintendo 3DS is here to stay. Let me throw out a number that might surprise you. And then he doesn't actually throw out a number. So far on a global basis.
That is pretty surprising.
So far on a global basis, Nintendo 3DS has sold more hardware than the PS4 and Xbox One combined. Most people find that shocking. So far in 2015, sales of the family of Nintendo 3DS hardware in America have actually sold ahead of last year's pace. End quote. What number? I want to know the number.
Yeah. It's surprising.
Basically, how I'm reading that is he's all like, don't get rid of your 3DSs because assuming the NX is
they sold
the boat.
100,000
Like, if
more
that
than-
bombs, they're just going to be like, if that doesn't do well, they're just going to be like, back to the 3DS.
Yep. Everybody back in the pile.
well, no. The part of the NX will just be the newer 3DS.
Yeah. That was like the original thing that they were, when all like the specs were released, that's what everybody was thinking was that it's going to be the new 3DS is going to be the like handheld.
Well, I'd hope, because I'm assuming the machine itself, at least in the home, because I imagine it will scale down when you go handhead, but like
Nope,
the device
it's going to scale up. It's going to be even better.
Yeah.
God.
But there's no way.
So
there's no way to export the video though to like a full screen.
You're sitting there with it, you're like, wow, my Wii U graphics on my NX handheld, and then you plug it into the TV and it pops like it's like SNES trying to render 3D polygons.
You're just playing the original Star Fox. And that's it. That's the only game that it has.
That new one looks bad. I'm very disappointed.
It looks bad?
Yeah, like it's not even like it looks bad in like how some people might say an 8-bit game looks bad, but it really looks great. Like, it just looks bad. I don't like the art direction on it.
Well, either way, I mean, it still can't be as bad as Star Fox Command for the DS. Because no Star Fox game, I think, can be as bad as Star Fox Command for the DS. So I'm optimistic.
Honestly,
even if it doesn't look good,
just to
I'm
go
still
with
slightly
that, I
optimistic.
honestly did not know.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Star Fox Adventures over Star Fox Command.
It's very sad. I was 5 minutes off. Alexis and I went to a thrift store today, and it was just someone off the side of the road on Route 2 up towards Beloit.
Oh, yeah.
And I get there, and some guys stacking up a pile in-box GBA games, both the Metroids, some Zelda stuff. I'm like, no, 5 minutes.
Dang.
I was at Disc Replay yesterday on my lunch break, and I'm standing there looking at the GameCube games. I ended up getting Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0. But I'm looking at the GameCube games, and I see Luigi's Mansion, and I go, you know what? I never actually played that game. I'd be kind of interested in it. And like I had waited to go over to the GameCube games because there was this probably like 14-year-old and his dad hanging out over there. And well, they finally walked away. I was like, all right, now I won't be like sniping shit from them, so it's fine. So I'm sitting there like contemplating, and all of a sudden the little shithead comes back and like deliberately like, I'm gonna get this before you can, like grabs it out from in front of me, and I'm like, I would have fucking given it to you if you'd asked. Like if I had it in my hand, and he's like, oh, I was gonna get, I'd have handed it to him. Didn't have to be shitty about it, you little dick, you little fucking dick.
By the way,
Anyway.
if you want to borrow Luigi's Mansion, I do have
Well,
it.
yeah. Do you...
Should have gone outside and peed on their car.
Right? So,
That is your own.
slight announcement. I'm actually postponing the Metal Gear Solid until I can get a version of the remake for GameCube. Just for various reasons. Part of it being that me and Matt both answer phone calls in like each episode that we recorded. So we're gonna do it over, but we're gonna do it with the remake.
We're gonna do it our own.
Do you happen
Hookers
to
and
have
blackjack.
that?
We're doing it
For the GameCube?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But I'll keep an eye out for it.
All right. Yeah. Closer it gets to the end of the year, I'm probably just gonna pick it up on Amazon or eBay. But if I can find it in person before then, I probably will just pick it up and then start recording again. So yeah. So if anybody sees it,
Poor Matt, 4 hours into 2 separate Let's Plays that have to be rebooted.
oh well. We're setting his expectations high.
All right, so moving on. Nintendo has announced that the final Smash Direct it will be happening December 15th. I believe that's next Tuesday. Does that sound
Something
right?
to that effect.
Yes.
What date?
Yes.
15th, yes,
Tuesday.
next
Yeah.
Tuesday. It will happen at 5 p.m. Eastern. Series creator, quote,
Masahiro Sakurai.
Yep. We'll provide details about Cloud and more on this worldwide broadcast.
And more. Cloud and morons.
I figure outside of Cloud, there's 3 more characters.
Yeah.
So I,
probably, at least.
I made a Twitter account,
Xenomorph.
and I really enjoy Nintendo of America's Twitter
I haven't actually looked at it.
because all of them are just Reggie Fils-Aim's like face, just like with random shit. Like one of them was like him like checking out holiday Reggie Fils-Aim's or whatever.
He's
the-
a man.
Okay. You were close. The first
Phil's
time I honestly didn't know what you were saying.
Reggie,
I got you now. I got you
Fils-Aime.
now.
Fils-May,
Fizame.
whatever.
He's here to
But,
kick
like,
ass and
I can't
But, like,
only
one of-
give him shit about pronunciation of names.
One of them is like him like check out these holiday deals, just like making a dumb face, and there's like Luigi coming out of like a warp pipe upside down and like a Christmas tree, and then the other one is like this is how Nintendo of America works, and it's him doing like a dance like just back and forth with like shit on the screen, just saying let's do this or something.
I like it.
Did you see the yokai commercials they did?
I don't think so.
They were the first part was aired in the last direct, and that's the only part I've seen. I heard they put at least the second part out, but it's like one of the guy, Bill Trenton, walks into a meeting and gets possessed by a yokai that just makes you hungry. And Reggie had bought donuts for this day of meetings. He's just sitting there like eating the donuts, and Reggie comes in. He's like, "What the fuck?"
It's great. Nintendo knows what's going on.
So famously, everybody knows I want Sora. Who do you guys want? Like this, if
That's
this,
a tough one.
You know what I want them to do? I want them to specifically like start hyping up Banjo-Kazooie to be one, and then just be like, nope, ukulele, fuck it. Fuck Microsoft.
I think it would be funny if they just put in Kazooie.
Just like one of them.
But I don't know.
Not even that. Put in like Mumbo.
There's a lot of just random games.
I hope Master Chief.
I mean, I hope the other three are like Barrett, Tifa, and Aerith.
Yeah.
I mean, there are.
I'd be fine with Price from Modern Warfare 2.
There you go.
That was on Wii.
This is already huge.
He's just a reskin for like Snake.
This is already a huge slap in the face because Sony tried to get Cloud for PlayStation All Stars. They should just get Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and finish the fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like with getting somebody from a character from Square Enix, like that just opens up the realm of possibilities of who they can get. I mean, really, they're
I mean, now they could get Lara Croft.
true.
Mm-hmm.
So really, at this point, it's too hard to say. There's too many characters to choose from.
I need FTO.
All right, so
Shit, homie.
by phone. Moving on. PlayStation 2 games.
That's why you broke your iPhone.
Yeah, but that's not an iPhone.
That's fair.
So, PlayStation 2 games, we announced that Sony was working on some sort of emulation. We weren't sure if that meant
It was just gonna be more
disc,
PS
download.
Now.
So it is downloadable. It's not on PS Now.
Okay.
So like you actually download these games. They are the ones they have get up-resed a bit, so it will run 1080. But yeah, they're anywhere $9 or $15. They do include all the PS4 functionality, so like sharing, taking pictures, all that.
They have trophies. That's all I care
Twitch
about.
and trophies. Yep.
All right.
They do have trophies, which I think is pretty cool. The launch games included Dark Cloud, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City,
good.
San Andreas, Rogue Galaxy, The Mark of Kree, Twisted Metal Black, War of the Monsters. And then, on the show floor at PSX, because that's where they announced it last week, you could play Dark Cloud, Vice City, San Andreas, Parappa the Rapper 2, which is coming out next week, Rogue Galaxy, The King of Fighters 2000 coming soon, The Mark of Kree, and War of Monsters.
Why not Parappa the Rapper 1?
Because that was a PlayStation 1 game.
So? Who gives a
Why not
fuck?
Jet Set Radio?
Calm down. Technology isn't that far yet.
Whoa.
Technology isn't far enough to make games from 20 years ago.
Technology isn't far enough to do what they did with their last console.
Yeah.
I'd say give it time because they want to, like, they're trying to make
yeah.
it so, like, people, because the trophies and
I-
stuff,
I
like,
only-
people are going to go back
I
to
only
it.
care about them bringing up Champions of Norath because that game's great.
I mean, I could be wrong on a few.
I tried playing that and
Those,
I couldn't focus
but-
for long enough.
I know you get. I know. I brought it over and none of you could focus because it was like 1 a.m. when we started playing. You're like,
Yeah.
We're in a forest. What's happening? Just this.
we
No, we
know
don't want to play this.
We know better, but we still try.
What were you going to say, Josh?
I said my only thing with a lot of those games is like a lot of people who purchased a PS2, which is a lot of people, would already have those games. Like I feel like they should be trying to get some of the harder to find games, such as like Parappa the Rapper 2.
But a lot of people
On
do
there.
sell stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Like I feel like it'd be trying to get more on the games that a lot of people want to play, but
But then the
can't
problem
really
is you
get-
start going too hard to
They
find.
need to get
Like some of
Diablo
that
1.
was because those games just weren't popular.
right.
So then you'd be all like, look at all these games, and everybody buying. Because I bet like Vice City especially, that's gonna make them.
San
Probably.
Andreas
Chunk of
is
change.
gonna.
Vice City's better than San Andreas.
Mm.
It is. Like, objectively. The one thing that sucks with Vice City is the fucking mini helicopter quest, which they also have in San Andreas.
San Andreas is the best.
It's not. Go back and play
Your
both
skills.
of them.
So what games?
Eh.
You got your
Your
I
skills,
want- I
which
also
means
want-
you suck at doing everything right away.
I also want them to bring up Diablo because Diablo 1 on PS2 was a great port.
Diablo 1 was on PS1.
They remade it.
I want to
they
say
made it for
Diablo
PS2.
2.
Did they remake it for 2?
I don't know if they remade it for you, but I know I played it on PS2.
You might have played a PS1 game on a PS2 then.
Maybe.
Because I'm like 99% sure that it was for PS1.
Maybe it was. Well, regardless.
Yeah,
they
I
should
want to
still
say.
bring up
I want to
PS1
say
games.
because I
want
saw a
medieval.
picture one time and somebody's like, they really missed the ball, and it was like a PS1 with Diablo, and then the
Okay.
PS2 and nothing, and then they had the PS3 and Diablo 3.
Maybe. Then probably that's what
Yeah,
it was.
because I don't think
played it on PS2.
I don't think Diablo 2 ever got a console port. I think it was just
It didn't. If it had, it would have been on PS2. The first Diablo was only on.
All right.
That actually reminds me, I need to play Diablo 2.
Well, they need to bring up PS1 games so we can play Diablo and Medieval again.
Any other actual like PS2
Medieval,
games?
hell yeah.
No.
How about you, Josh? Mr. Mosquito's the obvious answer.
I guess.
Oh hell yeah!
I always just saw that on GameCube.
Mr. Mosquito.
Yeah,
They
I
sold
didn't
that
even know
on
they made it
GameCube?
for GameCube.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Wow.
that either.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. My memory
Is
is
this
probably
going to be another Diablo on
Probably.
PS2 situation here?
I
Probably.
feel like it might be.
I remember
playing
Su-
defined
I-
games.
I remember
Mr.
playing
Mosquito
Superman
2?
64 on Xbox, on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I remember playing Superman 64 on the original Xbox.
I don't know.
It was great.
I just remember seeing the cases.
No, I gotcha.
I mean, you never know. At the video store, some kid could have been like, hee hee hee.
Probably.
That's
Because it
fine.
was that family video.
Yeah.
And Dylan was like, oh, wow, this Diablo 2 game.
And I was like, too bad I don't have these consoles.
Yeah. I can't say I'm really looking for any particular PS2 games to come out. Cause
I mean, especially
don't
for
own a
you, because...
PS4, but
Yeah.
like I own most of the PS2 games I wanted. Because
It's fair.
Nintendo kid.
Right.
How about you? Any PS2 games you want to see, Nick?
Not that I don't already have.
Don't want the mad trophies?
No, I don't really
You
care.
fucking trophy whore. That's all you care about.
That is all I care about. I will play a game to try and fucking platinum it, but I get
And then I won't
distracted
platinum
way
it.
too
I don't
fucking
think
easily.
I have with any on PlayStation yet.
I was gonna say the closest I've come to finishing all achievements in any game is probably Fable 2. Like that,
Yeah.
I was deliberately trying to do it with.
I did it all on Xbox for Prototype 1 and 2 without trying to. Because those because I played through Prototype 2 and then one like I'm gonna try it on hard mode and then 3 hours later I was done with it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fun little game, but
Maybe there's a reason they called it Prototype?
only there's a reason it lasted 3 hours because after 3 hours you're just bored with it.
Because they were all like, now it's time to make Prototype 2. The prototype
And no
is
one
good.
will fucking play it except for Dylan.
When in doubt, sell the Schmidt.
on his PS1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I played it.
Okay, no, we're good. All right, so Star Wars is next week. Exciting. So we got some Star Wars news for you.
Oh, dude, I'm going. I didn't buy tickets, like, at all. And I got a text from Britain 2 days ago, and he's like, hey, so my brother and his girlfriend bailed. Do you and Sasha want to go see Star Wars? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What do I owe you?
I'm going
a
to
hug?
I'm going to the like
I'm gonna just go
theater
hug him
in
and be like,
Madison.
ha, I'm going.
Yeah. I'm
Was
going
it-
to the like sweet ass theater in Madison that's got
yeah.
like the huge recliners.
Hell
They're,
yeah,
like
dude.
huge leather sofas that have powered recliners so you can adjust them to whatever amount you want.
That's awesome.
I'm just going to Showboys 14 at like 10 the next morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going
I'm-
at like 1 a.m. but
I'm going to the 7 o'clock.
Like, I'm going the
one.
day it comes out, but I'm not going to like.
I don't
early.
know which one I'm going to. I don't know which location. I don't know what time.
Britain's all like, dude, where are you? We're out in California already.
Oh, shit. Did you buy me a plane ticket for that? You said I only owed you a hug.
Yeah, and your way out. Like, you had to pay your way out. The tickets were
shit.
free.
You just wasted 2 tickets.
So anyway, if Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy is to believe, Star Wars 1313 may not be entirely dead after all.
Dude, this is going to be my favorite game ever.
Speaking on the subject, quote, so our attitude is we don't want to throw any of that stuff away. It's gold, and it's something we're spending a lot of time looking at, pouring through, discussing, and we may very well develop those things further, end quote. So yeah, 1313 was their bounty hunter game that everybody was really excited about. They actually showed a little bit of it off. It looked really cool. It's like a third-person shooter.
yeah.
Like Star Wars Bounty Hunter, except it probably didn't suck.
But that's what I'm curious. Like,
Put that on
where
my
where
Wii.
could this come back? Because Amy Hennig left Naughty Dog during that whole Uncharted fiasco, where people
Where
were
everything
just
got
like,
chartled.
Yeah, everything got thrown in a blender and spit out. Shut the fuck up. Train of thought. So yeah, no, Amy Hennig left and went to that EA studio. I think it's up in Montreal, and they're working on a Star Wars game that Nolan North outed out as he's all like, it's Uncharted with Star Wars. Kind of is what 1313 sounded like.
Yeah. I could see that. You're like a space Indiana Jones.
I hope of all the things, because I love the Jedi Knight games. Those are my favorite Star Wars games.
Bring back Kyle Katarn.
I was just about to say, if anything, I want him to be in the canon.
I just want Knights of the Old Republic 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sadly, I feel like that's going to be like a Warcraft 4 type thing.
You got
It'll
it.
never happen
The
if
expansion
I
for
keep those
SWTOR
going.
just came out.
I mean, I really hope they just retcon SWTOR. Fuck it.
They're not going to. They're never going to.
They should.
I really wish they'd.
Do you want to fight different types of droids as bosses, and only different types of droids as bosses?
Don't you
Do
fight
you
like
want
a
to
Sith
fight
guy?
a? Do you want to fight a Hutt who is actually just a giant droid?
Yeah.
Don't you fight like a Sith guy at one point?
You fight a Rakatan.
Actually,
Yeah, so see, it's not all droids.
I mean, he wasn't.
but I mean,
he was kind
there
of.
was
Sith,
the
but
raid where you fought the Sith.
he was pre-Sith.
There was the raid where you fought the Sith Dreadlords, which we didn't get to do.
Yeah,
But-
no, that doesn't. Everything after vanilla, it doesn't exist. No.
Which was
True. I think they only have like 4 raids. Like their latest expansion pack is seriously like, and great for them for noticing the strength of their game. It's just story stuff. Like
Yeah.
they didn't really add anything. Like in fact, they went back and made some of like the dungeons soloable.
sweet.
So now we all gotta go play
Now
some
you,
Star Wars.
I was about to say now you can go play.
Everybody back to Star Wars.
You play Star Wars Left 4 Dead again.
I never got to do that. This was-
We were trying it for a while. I think it was me, Kyle, Derek, and I think it might have been Aaron. So it was 3 bounty hunters and Aaron.
Oh, that stupid ass dungeon. That was awful.
You just fight HK-47 and he throws fucking lightning down on the ground at one point, and he just keeps doing it until it fills the fucking room.
Yeah, but like
even
it
though
doesn't
it's
disappear,
even though
though.
it's supposed to disappear, it never does. So we couldn't get past it.
It's terrible.
bugs for days.
Bugs for days.
Basically, like
Bugs for years. Fuck it.
I want to say we had a melee, because if you had like any melee, like it went from almost impossible to impossible if you had like just one melee.
Oh, that's how most of the game was. Like that was why it was amazing that we got anywhere near as far as we did, was because that game despised melee and we had all melee.
Except for me.
Phil,
Yeah.
we really need some ranged. Okay, what do you have the most of? Warriors. Okay, I leveled a warrior.
God damn it, Phil. God damn it, Phil.
I'll give him, at least he was like the single lightsaber DPS. He was trying to be different.
Well,
That's true.
I think that was just on the off chance that like he ended up having to tank something eventually.
I feel like that was on the off chance that Phil was like, oh crap, I didn't pick the one with 2. Love you, Phil.
Yeah, that might have been too.
Of course, I really wish I had realized that there was the other tank spec. So we would have had a little bit more
I
variety.
just played a Sage and threw rocks at people.
Dude, I had started that other tank spec, but then, like, at level fucking 42 or something, I was like, I don't really enjoy this. I'm gonna start fresh and get to level 50
That's
by the
because
time
you
we're
found out the
raiding.
meaning of life and the universe and everything.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So,
I watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
last bit of news this week. Overwatch progression in the game. Game director Jeff Kaplan said while speaking with Eurogamer, quote, unlike World of Warcraft or Diablo, where the progression is one of the main motivating factors in those games, whether it be your level or gear, Overwatch is different in that sense. We don't want the progression
we don't have
system to
any
be-
progression.
We don't want the progression to be burdensome in the fact that it's telling you what to do or how to play. So basically,
It's a side effect.
he doesn't want it to reward better guns, more hit points. He wants it to be cosmetic stuff. Talking a little bit on the time investment, he says, quote, I
they're
think...
hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if
So
we...
this is so TF2 is no longer the world's only war-themed hat simulator. Now there will be Overwatch as well.
I think if we tune it correctly, we can tune it in a way where higher skilled players that are performing well can progress faster. I think that would feel pretty good for people. End quote.
Tune it in a way that higher skilled players and players that are performing well
Okay.
can. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
I
either
like,
you're
Am
good
I
or you're
directing
lucky.
a band when I say sentences? By the way, what is this hand motion that they can't see?
Yeah, I don't know.
I like to think that eventually it will just become like they will eventually
wanna
add
do a
additional
crossover.
weapons and things. It'll just be TF2.
Like
But Blizzard's
between
version.
Overwatch and TF2.
Yeah. I want Overwatch to have TF2 hats and TF2 to have Overwatch hats.
I'd be okay with that. And I'm pretty sure Valve would be up for it.
I'd like to think that it should just be like there should be a game mode where it's just all of the Overwatch
Yeah,
people
one-
versus all of the TF2 people,
Yeah,
like
one
Manco
team is-
versus whatever you want to
Yep.
call Overwatch.
Yep, I'd be. Yeah.
That would be terrible because the Overwatch team would have so much more answers for things.
It's true.
It doesn't matter though, because TF2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter because nothing kills heavy.
Exactly.
Except a,
Nothing.
a fucking ultimate to the face from.
Nothing. Not if you've got 4 pocket medics.
I mean, Valve could probably boost
Ooh,
up
my
some
God.
stats for everything. You know, they might not have ultimates, but
Just give them all Space Marine.
They may not have ultimates, but they have our fucking sentry set up, so.
yeah, they'll just have sentries, and then the
But I
heavies
would
will just
rather,
have an
I would
upgraded
rather
sentry gun.
have, I'd rather have Torbjorn's sentry, because Torbjorn's doesn't run out of ammo and doesn't have a like limit on how far on the map it can shoot. As long as it can see you, it's shooting at you.
Yeah, but we got more sentries on TF2.
It's true.
I was about to say, I mean, that would be the one thing. Like TF2, you can have like, as long as the server supports it, you can have team sizes whatever you want.
Yeah.
The Overwatch side would only have 6.
Oh yeah, no, they're fucked.
Just have have like
6 people versus, let's just say, a full team of 1 of each. 6 versus 9. Fuck it.
yeah.
That's fine.
So,
Devolve did 4 versus 1.
Did you break it? No. Good.
the game
that's
is offline right now on what I like to call winter break.
Yeah.
So they can fine tune it, which I'm interested to see what they do because the game already played great. Did you get a chance to play the beta?
No.
I got the beta key, but didn't play it because I was up in Madison that weekend.
I didn't. Either of those things. I didn't get the beta
They were
key, and I
like-
didn't spend that weekend in Madison. So.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I'm hoping I'll be in the next wave of the beta.
Yeah, they said what I mean right now. That is the nice thing. I'm like, I don't have to check my email every day right now.
Yeah.
Or check the BattleNet. So that's kind of nice. But they said obviously keep an eye out when they come back because they want to invite more people shortly after that. Anyway, we'll move on to some mail, some reader mail.
Did we get some?
There is none. But Josh,
What?
if you wanted to email us, where could you email us?
Crap, it's been a while. NIBScast@gmail.com?
Ah, damn, we almost had him. Good job. So,
Look at you not being Matt Track.
Well, you know, I did that the first few weeks, but I've learned. It just takes a minute to...
Oh,
Exactly, you learned. Look at you not being
sorry.
Matt
So
Track.
I tried setting up a second YouTube account and therefore second Gmail account.
Uh-huh.
And I hate Google because I spent like 2.5 hours because I've set it up, set my Yahoo email as the backup email for like password recovery, and then it went, okay, we're just gonna link this to your Gmail account on that, and then there's no way to unlink it.
Yep.
And then I went and looked at it, and it's like, to change your password, it's an administrator account, so you need to contact an administrator. I was like, who?
Yep.
I made the account. So yeah, I spent like 2 hours until I finally was like, fuck it, deleted both of them, and then just remade both of them. So now I don't have any YouTube subscriptions, and it makes me sad.
See, I'll probably be screwed if I ever try making another Gmail
Tell him
account.
what's your new YouTube account called?
Fantasy Pals. It's Matt and I are making fantasy shows,
Oh.
and I'm
you posted an episode and then deleted it.
no, that's because it was like, I tried recording with YouTube's video recording because I was eating a quesadilla, and Matt was like, just record that. So it was like a minute and a half of me eating a quesadilla, but it was like frame by frame, and it was a 38-minute video.
Why the fuck is the sixth thing when I search Fantasy Pals fucking Oni?
Because Oni is a pale.
The first one is Starbomb. I can't find you though.
Because there's nothing. We haven't posted anything.
I know, but that's Oni's fucking channel.
Yeah.
Like that's not a video of his.
Yeah, don't worry.
So
about
why can't I find your channel?
Don't worry about
This
it.
is horse shit.
They're hidden.
But no, Matt gave me all the Photoshop and Premiere stuff, so I'm gonna try and edit videos, and then I'll send them to you. Because I'm gonna upload them to ours, but I'll send them to you so we can put like Nibs slate on them to upload them to Nibs.
You can just get the nib slate and
I guess.
put it on your shit if you want to.
Well, I was gonna put it on Nibs
Like
too.
you don't have to.
Just don't worry about it.
Anyway, topic 1 this week. I want to talk about 2015 in video gaming. Just in general, you know. I've got a
It was
list
a year. There were games.
I've got a list of some
About it.
interesting things, but
I always forget. What
let's go
games
through the
came out
list
this
first,
year.
and then we can talk about like specific games that stuck out or anything. The first thing I found interesting is February 3rd, video game critic Joystick was shut down by AOL. That's important to Josh and I, because our old World of Warcraft guild leader wrote for that site.
Oh yeah.
Good old Morningstar.
Yep.
He wrote the guild. What was it, the guild officer? Officer's quarter.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah. Officer's Quarter.
And I think he does it now on Blizzard Watch
Yeah.
again. Great stuff. I feel so bad for the guy because he'd gotten a deal to write a book, and it's the Guild Leader's Handbook. You should check it out on Amazon. It's a good read. My name's in there. I felt so bad for him because he got this deal to write this book like 3 years prior to it actually, 2 or 3 years prior coming out. I remember him talking about it when we were rating Molten Core one time, so it was a while. The book comes out like right as our guild dies. Yeah. So he's writing this book being all like, hey guys, like, this is how you lead a guild. And I just wanted to be all like, how not to lead a guild. March 4th, Electronic Arts shut down Maximus and Emeryville, which created franchises such as SimCity and Spore. That was coming off the hot mess that was the latest SimCity.
And Spore.
Spore at least had
Galactic
fun parts.
Adventures.
Spore at least ran.
The Galactic Heroes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The fucking third-person shooter. I don't know. I never played it.
So this seems crazy to me. Nintendo announced their smartphone gaming partnership with DNA and the Nintendo NX way back on March 17th. I feel like that was much more recent, but I guess it was before E3 because they specifically said we're not talking about it at E3.
That's the way Nintendo does things nowadays. They announce things and then be like, oh yeah, give it 2 years. It'll be fine.
May
Go.
22nd, BioWare. Good old BioWare. The reason you're not getting your KOTOR 3. Celebrated its 20th anniversary. Good for them. Let's see what else is interesting here. On June 30th, Club Nintendo was discontinued in North America.
Oh no.
Thank God. Like, that was...
Hey, at least we can always fall back on Club Penguin.
Well,
no, they actually released the Nintendo accounts in Japan last week. So that's the new thing. That'll connect everything.
yeah.
So hopefully that's better, because at the end there, it like, did you actually, I answered the questions honestly for like 3 of those surveys, and then I just write A.
I don't think I ever did.
A.
I think I did I don't remember.
I did them to get coins so I could buy that mad puzzle I have hanging up.
Actually, that's the exact same thing I did. I just wanted the puzzle because it looked cool.
Yeah, I never got anything from it.
The only thing I really ever got out of the Club Nintendo thing, which I thought was actually pretty cool, I want to say it was Phantom. It was either one of the DSs I got, or when I registered Phantom Hourglass, they actually sent me out of the blue a stylus that looked like the little feather from that you see on the gamepad.
That's pretty cool.
So that was pretty sweet, but that was the only real good memory I have of Club Nintendo.
July 11th, Satoru Iwata, president and CEO of Nintendo, died at the age of 55. That was very sad.
I feel like I should have heard about ukulele by now.
Well, that's something you could bring up. It's not on. I don't see it on here anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess that was before
That
that.
was in June.
Yeah, June was like that weird month where there were a lot of really
Fuck off,
good...
Dylan.
June was...
Dude, fucking last week. Seth's sitting there. I don't know what that is. How the fuck do you not know what that... Fuck you. Get out of here. You're done. Go.
June was that weird month where there was like a lot of good games on Kickstarter, which almost never happens. Like,
Yeah.
there were 3 or 4 in succession, or even running at the same time. It was amazing.
They're funding Psychonauts 2.
Eh.
I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised that it succeeded, but we talked about that last week. So.
Well, I wasn't here.
Here is another.
Exactly, but it has been up on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch it now, did I?
It still doesn't matter. He wasn't here, so it doesn't matter if it's on YouTube. It wasn't here.
Fair.
November 2nd, Activision Blizzard acquires the Candy Crush Saga developer King Digital for $5.9 billion. More than Disney paid for Star Wars.
Only by like $1 billion.
And not just Star Wars, like everything Lucas had.
Yeah, the entirety of LucasArts.
I honestly wasn't. Oh no, I got you now. Candy Crush.
Yeah.
I was paying attention.
I play Candy Crush before I fall asleep at night sometimes.
I've never played Candy Crush.
Neither have I.
It's puzzles. It's a puzzle game.
I mean, it's Bejeweled, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Bejeweled with microtransactions.
I don't do no microtransactions because you get a free special piece every day. Every 24 hours, you get to spin the roulette wheel.
Ooh.
November 4th, Konami shut down its Los Angeles division,
Done.
which was the Kojima stuff in America. His American counterparts. And then, moving into December, some news I actually read but I didn't know or care enough about them to bullet point them. December 9th, a new development studio was established by Bethesda Game Studios in Montreal. It's a very small team, so people are thinking that's going to be like their cell phone stuff. Support your Fallout shelters.
Nope, Diablo 4.
Yeah.
They're going to a small team.
Bethesda is going to make Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're gonna be able to play it on your fucking Atari Jaguar.
Good, I have one of those.
I didn't hear Bethesda, I just heard a B.
And then December 10th,
They're gonna re-release Mass Effect on the CDI.
EA has established the
Commodore,
competitive
idiot.
gaming division,
I'm sorry about that.
and it is headed by Peter Moore, and focuses on esports, of course. So that was just about it. I guess the other things worth mentioning, February 13th, the new Nintendo 3DS came out, and on November 10th, Steam Machines properly
Fucking Steam
launched.
controllers came out, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that
When
came
did
out
that
with
happen?
the Steam Machines.
Was
I
that
believe.
no? The controllers like just finished.
Yeah, but I mean by Steam Machine, it was the Steam Link, because Steam never actually...
Right, but I mean the controllers like just finished, or they're
No,
about
some of
to
them
finish.
are out.
Yeah, so then they just finished.
Yeah, you can get them, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just finished. Like
Yeah.
it just came out.
November, and that's what I said. They came out.
I
on
think
November
they
10th
I think
with
they
the
were released.
Steam Link
They were
edition.
released on the 10th, but they didn't. Finished products weren't shipped until recently.
Okay, so they weren't finished,
They were released.
but they weren't finished.
People had them in early buyers had them in October, and then a lot of people started getting them last month.
All right.
So they were released in October.
Early buyers. They were pre-released in October.
So they were released in October.
Pre-released.
They were released in
Pre-release release.
The pre-release.
So yeah,
The pre-post release.
What's some games that came out this year that really sticks out to you guys? Splatoon is my obvious one. Like I still have that is one of those games that I don't play for like months at a time, and then that's like all I do the night I put it back in.
Rocket League came out this year, right?
It did.
It did. That game's
Oh
great.
my god, that video of one of the games we played the other week, I have is so good.
Did you,
The game where
Were
we
you
dominated, melted down, and then clutched at the end.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording.
Oh, I wasn't like legit recording. I hit the share button.
Yeah, no, that's because we were listening to DMX, because X's gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
Well, it was funny because I wasn't.
Stop. Drop.
I wasn't on chat with them or anything.
Open the door. It's real.
So like every time we blocked something, I just started laughing because I could just picture Dylan being like, "Ooh, you got that good D."
Yeah,
You got that good D.
we were just constantly. Who got that good D?
There were some really good saves in that one. Like, it was awesome. They got out to a 1-0 start. Then we just avalanched 4 points onto them. Like, a minute left, they score 3 more points and tie it up at 4-4. Which is hilarious because both you and I, like, on separate goals they got, were in perfect position to block it. And it was just like, dink, right in. And then we clutched at the end. I forgot who got it, but one of us knocked it in with like 10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Can we talk about what this bullshit is. What? I mean, when we get there, but what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
pretty cool.
We were listening to X Gonna Give It To You. The phrase where he says, "Open the door, it's real." Yeah. Every time because I found a 10-hour loop of it, and it was just like that section.
Yeah.
And every time Matt said, "What is it?" Like he said that, Matt's like, "What does he mean? It's real? What is real?"
That was a good. We did pretty good that. Yeah. Well, at least I mean I know you guys kept going, but we went like 3-1 when I was there.
Yeah. We found that we can't lose when we're listening to X Gonna Give It To You.
Then why did you not? Like, you should have just kept it on.
I don't know.
It's like you had it on for one match, turned it off, and then turned it back on for the other
Derek was getting mad at me for playing it over Skype.
Any other games? Like, what came out this year that tickled Josh's fancy?
Metal Gear Solid came out.
I tickled Josh's fancy.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
We're not talking about that. It's not happening, Dylan.
What?
We've already been talking for 41 minutes.
I really thought
we don't have the time for me to start.
Metal Gear Solid 5 had a really solid story. I like the telling of it,
I liked Quiet.
The story was fine.
I really liked when they break it up, too. Like, I like the
chapters.
I mean, if you want me to talk for another fucking hour.
No, my favorite thing was the little, the D-Walker. Because, like,
I didn't actually play it. I'm just giving him shit.
The D-Walker was the best. That was my favorite part, was the D-Walker.
I used it for one mission.
When you go into run mode, it gets little wheels on it. And you, like, go off jumps. It's, like, flying around. Oh, it's the best.
I actually do not know if I've gotten a game this year.
Like, at all?
I mean, I've bought games. They just came out before this year.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, I've gotten a few games, but I don't think I've actually done any this year.
All of the games that I'm like, oh, that game was great. I'm like, no, that came out in 2014.
Yeah.
Well,
Halo 5 came out. I still need to play that.
Fallout 4
You could just watch me play it.
That's true.
Fallout 4 was fucking sweet.
Fallout 4 is sweet. But that's just a given.
I mean, I haven't been able to play for like 3 weeks.
Sasha, please let Nick have his PlayStation.
One day you guys
are
just gonna open the newspaper and see her obituary because I wanted to play fucking Fallout. Like, you guys get newspapers, let alone read them.
I get a newspaper every Sunday.
Do you read it?
I mean, I don't think my parents do either.
Exactly.
I read it occasionally.
They read the comics and are just like, eh.
We use it for like Firestarter sometimes.
The comics have colors on Sunday.
They do. They do.
Actually, there was a period where they had them on the weekdays too.
Yeah,
and then they're like, "That's expensive." Fuck that.
When they realized that ink does grow on trees. It's just like
there's moments that I wish we had a fucking camera.
All right, so let's look ahead to 2016. Some of the beautiful games that are going to be coming out. Let's go.
Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2 is coming out.
Let's go a month at a time. On January 19th, Darkest Dungeons is supposed to come out. That game's already the pre-launch.
I don't care about games that are in pre-release when their full release comes out. Like, when their full release comes out, I don't care if they've already been in pre-release on Steam.
Yeah. Well, that's one that, like, I'm specifically not playing because people say it's good, and I'm like, okay, I want to get to it when it's, like, done good and play it then.
Yeah, a lot of people played a little bit of it, and they're like, I'm just going to stop now because unless this goes, like, complete 180, like, this is going to be good. So.
Yeah.
See, I just play, like, games every update. I just go replay it all.
You're crazy. January 21st on the 3DS, the Hyrule Warriors Legends in Linkle.
I'm actually kind of excited about that. Especially if they put enough things on the Wii U, like transfer.
Right.
Nick was asking about this a little bit earlier. Wanted to touch on it. On February 2nd, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth comes out for the PS4 and PS Vita.
The fuck is it?
It is a turn-based... It's basically a Pokemon game, but for Digimon.
Do I get to rebuild a city?
No, I don't think so.
Can you...
I just want them to fucking remaster the first Digimon
when we were...
I love that fucking game!
The Digimon World games were great.
I'm not saying
I don't even care about any of the ones after the first one. The first one was wonderful.
On our middle school band trip, one of mine and Matt's friends bought a Digimon game for their Game Boy, and I pissed him off the entire time we were in the hotel room because I'd go, "Ooh, throw a Digiball at it."
That's a crossover joke that I have not actually heard before. Throw a Digiball at it.
It was one where it was like he could like recruit Digimon to come like live in something for him or whatever. I'd be like, "Ooh, can you get that one? Throw a Digiball."
I like it.
February 5th, XCOM 2.
Oh, I'm excited for
Still
that.
this year.
There should be a Pokeball meant specifically to catch like Porygon.
It's
Just
called a
Digiball.
Yeah.
February 9th, we got Firewatch.
Wait, did we say XCOM 2?
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
I am super excited for XCOM
I'm excited
2.
about XCOM 2. I haven't finished any XCOM
need
games so
to
far,
play-
but I've played them all.
I mean, if you're gonna finish them, you might as well just do I can't remember the name, but the expansion.
I can't figure out how to.
They're hard as sin.
I mean,
no.
if you put them on hard.
No. The first game is easy as shit. You just make shivs. That's all you do. You make shivs.
The
because-
first game or XCOM Enemy Unknown?
or Enemy Unknown.
Okay. Because I was going to say, the sentence I was about to say was the first game I couldn't figure out how to play. Because I bought them all on Steam for like $8
Yeah,
one
no,
day.
I'm not. I'm talking
Matt and
like
Derek were hanging out with
the
me.
new like 3D Enemy Unknown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's easy as shit because you just build shivs. Because
yeah.
when you upgrade them, they all get the upgrades. So it's like research plasma cannons. Hey, look, now I have 6 hover shivs with plasma cannons.
The problem is if you put it on fucking hard-ass difficulty with Iron Man on and like all random shit, then it's hard to get to the point where you can build shivs.
But yeah.
But if you make it there, then you're fucking golden.
But no, the final mission, not like a big spoiler. You need a psyop. I didn't have any that were good, but you can make like a suit of armor that makes them like the best psionic ever. So my last mission was like 2 weeks of me just putting new recruits through like the psyops candidate testing until finally one was that, and I was like, all right, here, put on this suit. All right, go attack.
I like
So
it.
it was just a fresh recruit with like 8 shivs that was the savior of humanity.
February 9th, Firewatch and Mighty Number 9 are both coming out. Hopefully, for Mighty Number 9. Could be delayed for another 4 years. February 19th, Fire Emblem Fates comes to 3DS.
Yes.
February 23rd, Far Cry Primal. I'm looking...
Ooh,
that one's starting to look really good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
And then 2 games in the February to be announced, decided whenever they want to. Rocket League's supposed to be coming to Xbox One, and the Walking Dead Michonne game is supposed to start that month. So, we go into March. We've got Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on March 4th. Tom Clancy's The Division is supposed to come out on March 8th, but judging by the fact that they just delayed the beta for that, that's not fucking happening.
But March 25th, we have Hyrule Warriors Legends.
Which, we're reading a list off Wikipedia, so might not... Clearly not 100% accurate. I want to say I've heard March
Just
before,
sitting over
so.
here messing with the dates.
March 18th, I know this one to be accurate. Uncharted 4 Thief's End is coming to PS4. That game is looking amazing.
I still need to play.
What's with the weird... Oh,
I need to play
headquarters. I
any
don't know.
of the Uncharted games still.
There is shit coming out in the second quarter and the third quarter that has been announced, I guess, technically.
Shit as in like bad or like
No,
there's
like
some shit
like
coming out.
first quarter, second quarter. I made my hands real big when I
Yeah.
said first quarter, and then made them real small when I said. I have a weird mutant ability where I can regrow the size of my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You got everybody.
'Cause
That
that's
just
what
reminds
that
me. Everybody
sentence
should go
implied.
watch Spy Kids too.
Oh,
Because
God.
Steve Buscemi makes
that was
makes
a
them
poignant
for
fucking like.
the quote.
That quote.
Yeah, no, Matt didn't know that was from Spy Kids because I was telling him that earlier this week because that's my fucking Skype and Steam picture.
I like
But
it.
no, yeah, Steve Buscemi makes them from kids with meteor hands.
Oh yeah.
April 5th, Quantum Break comes to the Xbox One.
Steve Buscemi's my daddy.
April 12th, Dark Souls 3 and the Ratchet & Clank reboot comes out.
Fuck, I have to buy 2 things on the 12th.
Also, for the record, from what I'm seeing, March is the day I'm
Hyrule
seeing.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hyrule word.
April 22nd, Star Fox Zero. Not excited about
May
that.
24th, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
May 24th, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. And then in June, as of right now, to be announced, that's No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Can't wait.
Gotta get that No Man's Sky.
Yeah. I'm gonna be, just kind of gone from like June until indefinitely.
Can you imagine? So VR is supposed to start rolling out early next year. What if that's a VR game?
I'm gonna get like an IV that just gets the nutrients into me. And,
Dude, all you gotta do is buy Soylent.
Yeah. And I'm gonna sit in like a big beanbag chair and just look around and everything.
Again, there are moments where I wish we had a fucking camera.
Also, sometime June or before then, Overwatch is supposed to come out. In August, we've got Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. In October, we've got Yooka-Rayleigh.
Yay!
And that is it for Big Divinity Original Sin 2 in December, if you care about that.
What about fucking Horizons or whatever it's called?
That is in the... It is coming out. So now we're in the list of things that have announced.
It doesn't have a date because I know that was coming out in 2016.
Yeah, so you got Horizon, Bravely Second,
Attack on Titan.
I thought Bravely Second had a release date now.
The Batman
in
Telltale
Europe
game.
It does.
Oh. I still need to
Never
finish.
played Telltale games.
I still need to finish the.
Yeah,
Bravely
we're gonna
Default.
have to start fucking doing Nibs drink. I talked to Matt about that last week.
Dragon Quest 7s and 8 for the 3DS.
I have the materials for about 20-something Jaeger bombs at my house.
Oh, we're gonna need more than that.
Well, and like a bunch of UV blue.
Gears of War 4
That'll work.
is due out in quarter 4 next year.
Making
I'm
Gears
excited
of
about
War
that one.
4.
Yep.
Wow.
Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, I'll believe that when I see it. Halo Wars
SV.
2 is due out.
Oh, I forgot that was coming out.
PC and Xbox One.
Oh my, that's hands down my favorite RTS.
Which one is?
Halo Wars. That game's so good.
We got Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games.
Ooh!
Yeah!
Who says the Wii U doesn't get new games?
I'm sorry. Kingdom Hearts HD 2, Roman numeral 2, or 11. It could be 11.
It's
0.8. Final chapter prologue.
What do you
talked
mean?
about
What do you
that.
mean it could be 11?
Wait, what?
Is it
I,
XI?
I mean, it might be.
Oh, it might
a
be
Roman
ones
numeral 2.
or eyes.
It's basically
Or it
all
might be ones.
It's basically all the leftover stuff.
But I just
That
love that
isn't
it's
out yet.
Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8.
What do you mean leftover stuff that isn't out yet?
What
Like
the fuck?
stuff.
No, I'm not
353
actually
over
connected to the
2
internet,
days
so.
or whatever the fuck it was. What wasn't that? What was the ridiculous days? It was like 300 something over 2 days.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
It was because the story was about 2 people living 358 days.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts
And
doesn't know how to math.
The story was basic. Like the whole game, when you got
Yeah,
through it, story wise, it's like
Kingdom
completely
Hearts
pointless.
179 days.
Yeah, the game,
Yeah.
like the end of
Part
the
1 and 2.
the end of the game, like has Riku fighting the new character in
Wow,
the game.
spoiler.
Yeah, you've had time. It has Riku fighting the main character of the game, and he's like, "Can't you just feel your memory slipping? Like none of this is gonna matter." And then the game, like he beats her, puts her back into Sora because she is part of Sora's memory, and then they just forget about her. Like boop, gone.
Yeah, like the entire game was just completely pointless.
So when you said Riku, because I haven't played Final Fantasy, I just immediately thought Raycoon from Dragon Ball Z.
But I mean, Riku was a new for Kingdom Hearts, not
Yes.
Final Fantasy or anything.
There is a Riku in Final Fantasy X though.
yeah.
Okay, but
there-
So you're not crazy.
Still, I've never.
Well,
I
you might-
didn't know who it was, so I just thought Riku.
No, Clinton.
Oh god.
Mass Effect Andromeda is due out at some
gonna
point
be
next
good.
year. Metroid Prime Federation Force, that hot DS game that
Exciting.
everybody's just pumped for.
That's the only reason I bought my DS.
Yeah, see, that's the game. You know, I'm slightly more optimistic about Star Fox. Not quite as optimistic about Federation Force.
Persona 5, people are very excited
Sonic
about.
Boom, Fire and Ice.
Pokemon Go, that old iOS game.
That whole people may be getting arrested for entering private property game.
Exactly.
What are the chances that Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice is going to be finished when it's released?
So, what are the chances that anybody's going to care?
It's
when
about
released?
Nick, it's about the same chances as the first Sonic Boom being finished by that game's release.
That's fair. That's fair.
Recore, Xbox game, supposed to be coming out. Of course, Rise of the Tomb Raider will come to PS4 and Windows.
Ooh, Roller Coaster Tycoon World.
That game looks terrible.
Yes, it does.
It's really terrible.
Ooh, you get a new Styx game.
Yeah, there you go, Shards of Darkness.
Dude, that game was
broken as
It
shit.
was free.
It should also be noted right now you can pick, what's that game called?
Magica?
Not Magica. It's
Gauntlet?
the Metroidvania that was on Xbox 360 only. Shadow Complex. The
Oh,
HD
yeah,
remake.
it's free.
But
It's free until
it's
December
free on the
31st.
PC right now, and then it's coming out on PS4
I had it on
and
360.
Xbox One
It's pretty good.
next year.
The story of it is absolutely
reminds me,
asinine.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't looked that much into it, but Unreal or whatever that made that sent me a thing to sign up for the Paragon beta, which it looks like is their new
It's a MOBA.
MOBA that's coming out. And I mean, I was looking at the characters and it looked kind of neat, but they had some like weird card system. So I don't know. If I get a beta invite, I'll let you guys know more.
Quick
about
note
that,
from
but-
last week's episode. I was talking about a game. It's called Coin Crypt. If you're watching this episode because you watched the last episode and you wanted to figure out what the name of that was, because I said I'd figure it out, Coin Crypt. I'm not going to explain the game to you guys that weren't here last week.
I
No,
know
that's fine.
people care about the Tales series. Tales of Symphonia HD is coming out. I heard Symphonia is one of the better ones. Tekken 7.
Dude, The Legend of Zelda is coming out.
Yeah, the Wii U Zelda is supposed to be coming.
Well,
Oh, is Zelda finally going to save the princess?
You're probably gonna get your untitled Battlefield game, your untitled Call of Duty game will probably be there too.
Well, of course.
I believe Titanfall is coming.
Umbrella Corps.
Ooh, what I still want them to do, Call of Duty, future warfare, but alternate timeline where it's future weaponry in World War II, and you play as Germany saving it from whoever was president in World War II. I don't.
Okay.
They're
So,
the Nazis. We're the Nazis in the
these-
alternate timeline.
I know these aren't announced for U.S. release yet, but Valkyria Chronicles 8 is getting an HD remake on PS4, and then the new Valkyria Azure Revolution is supposed to be coming out too, sometime on PS4.
Oh shit, there's it might be the world of Final Fantasy, I'm not sure. I saw some shit about a Final Fantasy game that's coming out, and
It's
it's
like the
kind
Cheating
of...
Monster Hunter will come out.
Yeah. Looked kind of cool.
Yes, World Final Fantasy.
need
It's
to
a
remake
PS4
Monster
and
Hunter,
Vita
too.
launch. I want to say it's on DS as well.
There's a couple Warhammer 40k games.
Yeah, and then of course,
Total War Warhammer should be coming out. I don't think it's.
we have
I was gonna
Dark
say the two
Nexus,
listed, yeah. Dark Nexus Arena and Inquisitor Martyr.
and End Times.
Well, yeah, but that's not 40k.
End Times is already out.
Vermintide. End Times Vermintide.
For PS4
Yeah.
and Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then World of Warcraft Legion is the last big one.
yeah.
I don't know. People like the Yakuza games. And that is alphabetically after
Yakuza
that.
6 is coming out. They
I've
announced
never
that.
played a Yakuza game.
I thought that was
Neither
that was I've heard that explained. That was a very goodwill thing of Sony to do. Like it's probably not gonna sell a ton, but like
But
the people who are into it are gonna buy it.
Yeah. It's going to keep some people happy. While not necessarily selling well. I gotcha.
And that's what she wrote, gentlemen.
Who? Did we get a secretary?
Yes.
Not that she has to be a secretary because she's a woman.
After you fired,
But,
them,
like,
and then
you know.
we hired them back
Did I why did I fire our secretary last week? What was it
because
about?
you forgot about it and I forgot about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We fired
Dumb
ourselves.
bitch.
Yeah.
Not that she's a bitch because she's a woman. I mean, Matt Czech's a bitch and he's a kind of a man.
Let's plug some things and get the hell out of here. So I'm working on going up my South Park: The Stick of Truth Nibs play. By the time it goes live, you guys are gonna get the good one where you fight on your mom and dad's bed. That one goes live on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Got ball dodging QTEs. Good stuff, Dylan. I can tell you're excited.
I've played through Stick of Truth.
It's good.
Yeah, I know it is.
Nick, what are you up to?
Waiting to get a remake of Metal Gear Solid so we can start recording that again. That's it.
Should I go ahead when I finish South Park and try to get something ready for January, or?
I mean, I can start recording something else in the meantime.
Okay.
I'll have something for January.
Okay.
I'm not sure what yet, but I'll have something.
Josh, do you want to plug the library or anything?
Yeah, everybody come check out books at the North Suburban Library.
See, it's a double entendre because like not only should you come look at them, checking them out, but you should also check them out from the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe fuck them too.
I mean,
Just don't give them. Just clean them up afterwards.
Give him the kissy lip.
There's a particular section of books for that.
Okay.
Then Dylan, you've got
Or just any of the study rooms.
Matt and I are starting some different fantasy game playthroughs. Our big one that I'm thinking about picking up a second capture card here and a better mic so we can like record more stuff. Our big one that I want to do is playing through the different Final Fantasy games while also sampling craft beers.
I like
Is
it.
there like a pun name to go with that, or is that
yes,
just okay?
it's fine ale with the fantasy pails.
That's actually really good. I was thinking like maybe
I could see it in your fucking face.
I was thinking
As
like
you're saying, I was like, that's way too specific.
I was
He has
thinking
a
like
name for that.
Final Brewery or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's fine ale with the fancy pails.
I like it.
It's really good.
Yeah,
Wow.
our Twitter account already has like 14 people following it.
Ooh.
We're a big deal.
We don't even have a fucking Twitter account.
It's true.
Get with the times, old man.
Man.
NIBSmedia. Take a dump.
I'll just start posting shit to Twitter
Yeah.
without meaning to. It should be my porn.
Yeah.
I'll actually use the share button on porn websites.
Well, yeah, you got to send it to your friends and followers.
Exactly, so they know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing it too.
All right. So until next week, I'm Aaron.
I'm Nikki13.
I'm Josh.
I'm Derek Ragsdale.
You're back!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, NIBScast is a production of NIBSmedia.
God damn it.
Oh.
Feel free to.
Now we have to fire our secretary again.
Feel free to give us a subscribe on that YouTube page and like us on Facebook. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.